66. When the war began, A. Both sides were prepared for a long, drawn-out war. B. The South's greatest strength was its military leadership. C. Southerners believed they could win by capturing Washington, D.C. D. Northerners were reluctant to volunteer for military service. 67. Hopes on both sides for a quick victory ended with the A. Battle between the Merrimack and the Monitor. B. Battle of Gettysburg. C. Battle of Bull Run. D. Battle of Antietam. 68. Lincoln's Anaconda Plan for winning the war called for all of the following except A. A blockade of southern ports to cut off shipping. B. Dividing the South into sections to weaken the Confederacy. C. Capturing Richmond to destroy the Confederate government. D. Assassinating Jefferson Davis to leave the Confederacy without a leader. 69. Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation declared A. All slaves to be free, forever free. B. Slaves in Union slave states to be free. C. Slaves in Confederate states to be free. D. Slaves in U.S. territories to be free. Number 70. The Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point in the war because A. It triggered a 4-day draft riot in New York City. B. The outcome convinced European nations to help the Confederacy. C. Southern troops reached their northernmost point in Union territory. D. Lee lost so many troops that he would never again invade the North. 71. For the capture of Vicksburg, Union forces A. Gained control of the Mississippi River. B. Proved the value of ironclad ships. C. Showed that black soldiers could fight. Or D. Controlled all southern ports. Number 72. General William Tecumseh Sherman's march through Georgia was A. A defeat for both armies. B. An example of total war. C. The bloodiest battle of the war. D. A turning point in the war. 73. The terms of surrender General Grant offered to General Lee was designed to A. End the war without causing further suffering or hatred. B. Convince Northerners that the heavy losses of the war were justified. C. Punish Southerners who had fought for the Confederacy. Or D. Continue his policy of accepting nothing less than unconditional surrender. Use the information in this box to answer the following questions. It says, resources of the North and South in 1860 as a percentage of the United States total. Population, North, 71%, South, 29%, one-third of which are enslaved. Land area, North, 75%, South, 25%. Acres of farmland, North, 65%, South, 35%. Cotton production, North, 4%, South, 96%. Factories, North, 85%, South, 15%. Miles of railroad track, North, 70%, South, 30%. Iron and steel production, North, 93%, South, 7%. Value of exports, North, 44%, South, 56%. Bank deposits, North, 81%, South, 19%. Number 74, when the Civil War began, the North had an advantage in terms of A. Towns and cities, B. Imports and exports, C. Slaves and farms, or D. Mills and factories. Number 75, the South's main economic strength came from its A. Cotton exports, B. Acres of farmland, C. Golden banks, or D. Number of slaves. Number 76. The contrast or difference between the North and South was greatest in terms of A. Value of exports, B. Iron and steel production. C. Land area. D. Miles of railroad track. 77. Which resource became important in warfare for the first time during the Civil War? A. Farmland. B. Miles of railroad track. C. Population. D. Iron and steel production. 78. From the chart above, a person might conclude that the A. North could raise an army 5 times larger than the South. B. South was economically stronger than the North. C. The North was better equipped to fight a long war than the South. D. The South was more industrialized than the North. Use the text below to answer the questions. Lewis Douglas, one of Frederick Douglass's 2 sons in the 54th Massachusetts Infantry, wrote this letter to his fiancée. My dear Amelia, I have been in 2 fights and am unhurt. I am about to go to another, I believe, tonight. Our men fought well on both occasions. The last was desperate. We charged that terrible battery in Morris Island known as Fort Wagner. Should I fall in the next fight, killed or wounded, I hope to fall with my face to the foe. This regiment has established its reputation as a fighting regiment. Not a man flinched, though it was a trying time. Men fell all around me. A shell would explode and clear a space of 20 feet. Our men would close up again, but it was no use. We had to retreat, which was a very hazardous undertaking. How I got out of the fight alive, I cannot tell, but I am here. My dear girl, I hope again to see you. I must bid you farewell should I be killed. Remember, I die in a good cause. I wish we had 100,000 colored troops. It would put an end to this war. Goodbye to all. Your own loving Lewis. 76. This letter was written during the A. Battle of Antietam, B. The Siege of Vicksburg, C. Assault on Fort Wagner, D. Burning of Atlanta. 80. The word battery is used in this passage to mean A. A cell that produces an electric current, B. A set of guns or other heavy artillery, C. The unlawful striking of another person, D. An impressive group or body of people. 81. What did Douglas hope for if he were to die in the upcoming battle? A. To die quickly and painlessly. B. To die calmly with dignity. C. To take enemy troops with him. D. To die attacking, not retreating. 81. What did Douglas see as the most important result of his regiment's first 2 fights? A. The men gained combat experience. B. The men learned how to avoid shells. C. The men proved that they could fight. D. The men were able to retreat safely. 83. This passage is an example of A. A primary source written by an eyewitness to an event. B. A secondary source written by a historian about an event. C. A piece of fiction written about an event that never happened. Or D. An opinion